Hello friends, welcome to SQL Server tutorial. In the last video, we created a server login. We used that user account to log into the SQL Server. Then we deleted the user account as well. In this video, we will see how to use or create a database account. In this video, we will see how to create database user account. In the previous video, we created a login called test user with the sysadmin role. We also tested connecting with this user account, and then we accessed pubs as well as Northwind databases. Finally, we logged into SA user account and deleted this test user login. So this sysadmin role gives permission to access all the database. Now we will create a guest login with a low system role of public and give access only to the pubsdb. Right, this time once again we are going to create a login, but we will not give sysadmin role. We will give only the public access to this guest login. Then we will create a database user for Northwind using this guest login. We will create a database user for either pubs or Northwind, and when creating database user, we will map that user with this guest login. We will also study more granular object level permission in the DB user perspective. Right, so the user what we are creating here is, so this is login. We will decide the username when we are going to the demo. So this is what we are doing. So we are mapping, right? Guest login we are creating, and we are mapping this guest login with a database user account. So note, a login is to enter inside the SQL Server. So for example, guest login is to enter inside the SQL Server. Permission bound to it are related to server level tasks like managing the disks, moving the database, etc. So the server level login, that means the guest login. DB user can be associated to the server login just like this. Database user you can associate to your login. DB user can be associated to your server login, and then object level permission can be granted to DB user. Object level permission in the sense if there are plenty of tables. And let's take some users. Let's take some views. These are all the database level object, right? So once you map a DB user with your login, you can give this DB user a permission to access a specific view and restrict permission to specific user and table. So the DB user can access a view and a specific table, right? So this is what called object level permission. DB user can be associated to the server login, and then object level permission can be granted to the DB user. Server level permission can be associated to the login, and this time if you see we are going with a low profile of public role. That means the login can do a minimal task at the server level. In the next video, we will proceed with the demo. So if you see here, we are creating a login called guest login. Right, so the guest login is to access the server, database server we can say. Right, then we will map this user to some credential called DB user we can say. Right, the DB user will have access to specific database and database level objects inside the server. Right, so let's state this is DB1, and inside the DB1 they may have access to specific objects, so that's the DB user. And if you see, the DB user is mapped with the login, and the DB user can access a specific database object. We will see demo in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.